some space for the forehand. Now, it's still early in this match, but I have to imagine that for most people, they expected that Sun Yingsha would steamroll through Quaiman. That Quaiman's impressive, but world number one is a different level. Right now, Quaiman holding her own and then some. Oh, the gutsy shot here, squats low and crouches to get over this one. Turns from the backhand corner, watch one more time, pendulum serve to the backhand. The touch shot there just over the net as it grazes, and the bending actually inside out forehand. This ball has side spin with the top spin to bend away. Good block here from Xia after a strong receive. Quaiman not afraid of a long serve, getting the opening attack in. Shot off the edge of the table, straight at Quaiman. Scoreboard, Quaiman, very encouraging lead.
Six, two.
Two big points here against serve. And while in tennis, it's even a bigger advantage to have the serve. In table tennis, it is still an advantage to have the serve. And not taking either of those last 2 points, that's, well, something that Sun Yingsha will be very happy about from the receiving side. A bit shorter strokes now. Sun Yingsha not committing to as big of shots, just keeping the racket high in the backhand-to-backhand rally. Now, in the women's game, speed is a big factor. The women try to stay close, take short, compact strokes wherever they can. Stay a bit closer to the table. But that opening, she steals the attack. Quaiman moves in to take it from over the table. And at the second towel break, 2 points up. Nice to be able to have some of these exclusive seats here in the stadium. If you're anywhere near Singapore, I can't recommend highly enough getting a ticket. Not to mention they've got the merch store here for exclusive limited edition merch. And the turns.
7, 6.
Xia setting up those feet shot after shot. Clever play, Xia fooling Quaiman, going out to that wide forehand. It leaves a lot of steps left. Watch Quaiman, she starts to turn the corner, but burned. She's punished for moving early. Makes up for it with a bit of footwork, but too much to recover, going back to the other corner. Tie game now. This was a big point. Think about it. Quaiman was up 6-2. And now 6 of the next 7 points have gone to the world number one. Good opportunity, too. That's the right idea. Not an easy shot. Despite that, Quaiman had made it earlier in this match.
Seven, 9.
Sun Yingsha's serve was so difficult to do anything with, and Quaiman still recovers. When you play push from baseline, it's tough to keep it short. The opponent often gets in with a third ball attack. Inside out forehand once again. Quaiman back within one. She's staying close, but she's not letting go. After the lead she had from early on in this game. We know it's possible. We know she's capable. Quaiman with a second serve here. Last combination she had, wasn't able to convert either. Clever idea, soft block
8.
to slow it down and move back into the table. Gutsy serve, too, right near the line. That bottle challenge serve, named after the bottle challenge that ITTF had put out on social media, where you could serve the ball down the line around a water bottle on the table, or any drink bottle for that matter. 2 game points now for the world number 1. A little bit off the top of the net, but a dismissive backhand is Shaw leading 1-0 in red with the serve on her side. Ooh, good rally here. You can see the difference in the backhands. Quaimon is playing some excellent shots here and keeping the ball in play, but the backhand doesn't have quite the wrist that we see from Sun Ying Xia. The second to last one was, and they're just a fanning forehand. In the replay, actually, her backhands looked even more impressive than the initial shot. But this is very fluid. It's funny, a lot of players ask when they're developing backhands how to get the most pace on the ball. And you don't need to grip the racket too tight. It should be fairly loose. And I think Sun Ying Xia just showed why. Gives you the chance to give it that whip action. Really snap it. A little bit off the top of the net as Quaimon acknowledges the fortune but continues on. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen her in the lead. But as always, end game most important, and the experienced players tend to be solid in the end game. Good length here from Xia right at the back of the table, shutting down Quaimon. And a fast long serve as well. If you've been watching the broadcast, you probably know that about 80% of serves at the professional level are neither short nor long, but half long. Something that you can't tell if it's going to come off the table or not to cause hesitation in the receive. So when you do, nice Chiquita here. The banana flick, a bit of side and top spin from Quaimon to cause some trouble. Powered up, really got the legs into that shot. This is using your serve wisely to your advantage. When you set up a third ball that you're expecting, you know exactly what to do to prepare. That's what Quaimon did. But a good deceptive serve here as Sun Ying Xia sets up a third ball of her own to drive Quaimon behind the table. Mostly side spin, and Quaimon with the open racket, thinking there was more underspin on it. Popped it up a bit. And that half long once again does not leave a lot of wiggle room. Not so comfortable from the back of the table for Quaimon. These are the subtle details that can completely handcuff and shut down an opponent.
That's 4-6.
Smart play from Quaimon, but the quality of shot coming back. Xia from behind the table is able to keep it deep with heavy topspin and not allow Quaimon to move in at all. It's really a battle for space and positioning. These players looking to move the other one out of position to gain control of the real estate, the table itself. With a little bit of table maintenance out here, the players are back and ready for action.
4-7.
Finally, a parallel shot to win. It took several. From the start of this match, you might recall Quaimon playing some risky shots on the parallel. Going right down the line from both flanks. Here sets up for the full strokes, but still keeps her racket relatively high between shots. There she has time to drop back and play the big forehand. Takes this one a bit earlier. Hits a little bit of side spin on it to keep it bending out of reach. Sha so smooth with that topspin shot. Not a killer shot, but enough to finish the point.
Five, 9.
Just one tuck and then the backhand cross court goes untouched. How low to the net that serve is. The receive, even though it's deep to the corner. Not surprising Sha.
5, 10.
And at the last towel break, it was just 2 points between them, and suddenly it is 5 game points for the world number 1. Only one needed, 11-5, an even more dominant game than in game 1. 0-2 with the serves on her side.
Love 1.
Sha just keeps the gloves up here in this rally. Quaimon calling for a bit of table maintenance. Watch Sha push. Just a bit of re-guiding the ball, racket high, moving around the opponent as the heavy shots come in, the big topspin shots. Gregor Joba from Canada, our assistant umpire, taking care of the table.
Love 1. Two, love.
Something fun I read on the internet, in case you're curious where the term love comes from for 0. Le œuf is French for egg, the egg. And that's what a 0 looks like, so it's really le œuf. L'œuf.
2, 1.
First point here, the egg has been broken as Quaimon is on the scoreboard now.
One, 3.
Now, while both sides have timeouts, you tend to see timeouts later in the matches when there are no coaches in the corner. It's a big, I'd say a big reason for that is the players are quite involved in the match. A lot to think about.
1, 4.
Well, doesn't make the contact,
5,
but
1.
for me, takes the right shot. Still on the move then. She had to be. So now 5-1, Sunying Sha with the serves on her side.
Six, 1. One, 7.
Well, the train does not stop to let off passengers here. Sha keeps just steaming through. She's amazing at covering the middle by bringing that elbow in and still getting a quality forehand shot. And from behind the table as well, controlling still. This might have been more of the type of scoreline you would have expected based on their world records, or their world rankings rather. And on the parallel here from behind the table, Sunying Sha just cruising now. She makes it look so easy. Gets up on that right foot, counters back. But a good punch here, tough to rally with. Not a lot of rotation on it. This comes in and slaps the ball from straight behind for the point. Ooh, and heavy spin here.
9.
Second towel break in a 6-point comfort zone now. Only 6-point. It was more before, obviously. I think that's 2 in a row now for Quaiman. Good length here. Shasha keeps it right near the baseline of the table and low enough, and now has 7 game and match points to move on to the round of 16. Good pressure, stays on top of the table. Quaiman with the blocking game and the angles, saves a match point. Ooh, well now, finding the angle, flirting with disaster here. Some risky shots right at the side. That's not an easy ball to play from the middle of the table, but it saves a match point. And there it is. Shasha down the line takes care of business. And a day at work so far so good for the world number 1.